Hi, welcome back to TRS-80 Retro Programming. Uh, Over the last few days, I've been developing a tool, a graphing tool for the TRS-80, and so I'm going to run that right now. And so now we have a Cartesian plane, and so I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but it's very difficult because everything on our screen is in the positive. For example, we can't show the graph of negative 10, 10 because it's outside of the range of the computer. So how do we fix that when we want to graph correctly using the four quadrants of the Cartesian plane? Well, that's why I stayed away from this for a while, because I wasn't sure if it was even possible. Um, but then it started to come together, and I started working on it about three or 4 days ago, and I've developed it to this point, and I'm going to let you see how it works. And then I'll explain a little bit about the code and about our draw a rotational function. And I'm just going to start with the draw rotational function, because if I don't, I'll forget. Okay, so unfortunately, it doesn't work very well. Okay, so I've developed my own. The problem with the draw a command is this. Let's pretend that we have drawn a rectangle using the draw command, and our floating point is right here. We're going to pretend this is the point, the starting point, whatever you want to call it, for our draw. So if we draw up so many units, right so many units, down left, we'll in fact have a rectangle using draw. But then when we go to rotate it, actually, we're going to pretend it's not here. We're going to pretend it's, well, you know what, guys? Now I'm getting a little confused here. But from my experience with it, maybe I ought to skip this part, because I'm getting a little bit unsure about this, because I really didn't experiment with it that much. So we're just going to leave that on the table right now, okay? We're just going to leave that on the table. Alright, let's skip over that. So when we want to use I'm calling this point plotter, this program, point plotter. So you hit the space bar. So first, every one of these boxes is an increment of 2. So whether we go up on the x-axis, y-axis, or down, or left and right on the x-axis, each of these boxes represents 2, whether it's white or purple, it doesn't matter. Those are the tick marks, and the center is the point of origin at 0, 0. So we hit the space bar, and it's going to ask us how many ordered pairs do we want. So to start this off, I am going to just let me grab my piece of paper here. Just a minute. Alright, guys. And by the way, I have I had been watching the Color Computer. I'm sorry, the the Coco Nation. I've been watching it lately, and it's pretty fascinating. Um, I think that the videos, the content is very good. They're quite long programs, so I just skip around through them. But nonetheless, it's, good quality stuff. Hopefully, I'll join you guys soon. Um, but that's another subject. So I just wanted to mention that, and I appreciate the continued coverage and interest in my channel on your show. So right now, I'm going to plot two ordered pairs, and I'm going to say no, I do not want to close the figure, and I'm going to have a 0 degree of rotation. So the first thing I'm going to do is plot 10, 40, and also 40, 10, and what is going on here? Next without 4. Oh Lord, what's going on here? I don't even know why, for A equals, 4 is right there, so I don't know what it's talking about. Oh, God help me. I hope there, you know what, I don't know what's wrong with this now. I was just using it. Connections, else 35. Alright, so I found the line that, and this was not easy to get a handle on. This has been the biggest wild goose chase of a program. I think the error is right in line 35. List 35. Sorry about this. It should say else. See, it's going to here. It should say else 47. I have just been not. I just got a handle on this program because this has been a real testy piece of work here. Just so many different problems, but let's get back to this. Two ordered pairs, okay? We're not going to close the figure. We're not going to rotate. And I just put, either 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180, or 270, which is the norm, the typical norm for geometry, regular geometry. However, the only function that works right now is the 90. And I struggled like crazy to get that to work, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to plot these points again, 10, 40, and 40, 10, and this time it's going to work. Okay, so we see 10, 40, and 40, 10. Okay, now mind you, we're counting by 2s, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever, up to 40. Okay, same thing here, going up 10, 20, 30, 40. Every, 5 of these is 10. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. So literally, if I count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 10 right there. This is exact measurement, okay? So now that we did that, and you can see that you can plot points, we're going to do this again. But this time, I'm going to say I want, and I need to be careful with this because I don't have it written down, and when I don't have things written down, things don't work right. But we're going to attempt a right triangle. So we need 3 ordered pairs. This time we're going to close the figure, and we're going to rotate the figure 90 degrees around the point of origin. So I'm going to use the same points, 10, 40, 40, 10, and I have to think here how to connect this. And I believe we need, well, this is what happens when I don't have things written down. We have 10, 40. We have, wait a darn minute, we have 10, 40. I'm looking at my paper here. Then we have 40, 10. So what we need is, I think, 10, 10. And I hope I'm right. And there it is. So there's our right triangle. It's rotated 90 degrees around the point of origin. However, it's not connecting because I have a missing line. So if you want to bear with me, I'll put in that missing line. It's like I said, it's constant, debugging, and this has been the worst case of debugging that I've ever had. And so what I need is one more line in here, and I think one more line. Let me look at what I have here for the other one. Alright, gonna renumber. Okay, right there. And we're gonna list this out. And now I have room in here for the last line, and this will complete the program. It's just a line statement. Line. You know what, the best thing to do would be to list the other one because it's pretty complicated. So let's list 23. Now 47 is going to be it changed places on me here. Oh boy. It's 34 now. So list 34. Now 47 is going to be the same. But different, if that makes any sense. Line has, actually going to model this line here, but I'm going to have the P in there the same way. So X plus PY, copying this up here, but I'm going to replace the A with P, comma, Y minus PX, P again, times -1 to X plus PY, X plus PYP, Yeah. Oh, I don't know here. I'm getting lost in this. Actually, this is a 1. I think that should do it. Um, yeah. So, just making sure it matches. Looks good to me. So, let's see if it works. 3 ordered pairs. Close both figures. If you close one figure, you have to close the other one. And we're just going to go 10, 40, 40, 10, and 10, 10. And there we are. So I stumbled a little bit through this video, but I made several other attempts at making this video, and I had to stop the video because I needed to take time and think this out. On draw it out on a piece of paper and think through it. You can't do this kind of stuff when you're talking or when you're making videos. So it works. That is a 90-degree rotation. It's just a right triangle. We can make any shape. Um, you know, I'll try another one. The thing is, I don't have anything written on paper, and it makes me nervous here because I don't want to screw up. So I'm looking at my paper, and we'll make like some kind of a. I'll try to make some kind of a irregular polygon or a trapezoid, but I don't have anything on paper. So what I'm gonna do is try to visualize something here, and or you know what? I'll just write it down. I'll just write it down. Try to come up with the other points, but you have to go in a clockwise or counterclockwise order, or it'll connect the points incorrectly, and you'll get like a zigzag. So I have to be careful of that. So let's just do. I'm gonna start with 4. 4, 40. Then I'm gonna go to 10, 40, and then I'm gonna go straight to 40, 10, and then we're gonna do our 10. I can't do 10, 10 now. I have to do 4, 10. And so now we can see that the rotation is very clear now. What's happening is it's not quite, actually it's a trapezoid. It has two parallel sides, exactly one pair of parallel sides, and the other two sides are mismatched. So the definition of a trapezoid is exactly two parallel sides, and you have to have at least four sides. So what's happened here is it's rotated 90 degrees around the point of origin, and so if I were to stick something here in the center and turn the grid, you would find that the shape rotates around and ends up in this position. So, if I can start in this quadrant and rotate it 90 degrees this way or whatever, but what I was saying before is that the draw, it has a 90, 180, 270 rotation, but it's not correct. What it does is it pivots on that floating point and just turns. It does rotate, but it's not a true rotation, I don't think. Not around it's not based around a point of origin, so it's incorrect, and so it's better than nothing, but this is the correct way to do it. And so I have to work on the 180 degree rotation, which would be from here to here, and the 90 degree counterclockwise clockwise rotation. So depending on what quadrant you start in, the 90 degree counterclockwise would be over here, and so on. So this is it for this video, guys. I'm really tired. I worked all weekend on stuff. Didn't get a whole heck of a lot of rest, so I really wanted to get a video out. Hope this piques someone's interest. I have to save the changes I made with you guys as I was talking. I had to change a couple of things. I had to fix a couple errors and close the bottom shape. And this is not flawless right now by any means. It's a strong beta, but it's not finished. And there's not much more I can say about it. I could, fill in the shape as well with a color. We could choose colors for the shapes. They could differ. The sky's the limit, as the old saying says. But for right now, I'm gonna let this rest. And actually, these shapes are supposed to be in orange. I don't know why they're in purple, so I have to fix that too. They're supposed to be orange because the tick marks are purple and causes a problem. So either I have to change the tick marks to orange, which I thought I did, or but the shape, you know what I mean. I have to. I just want to change the colors here so that we're using all the colors. But other than that, yeah, you could get crazy with this. You could keep going and going. I'm gonna probably just end it here, and that's it for now. So take care, and thanks for watching. Bye.